ArtCadets, it's Friday, so it's time for another art video. Today we're going to make our objects look like they're moving. Let's go! So how do we make things look like they're moving? Well, to start with, we're going to do a simple example with a paper aeroplane. So I'm just going to draw one quickly here. And to show that it's moving, because on its own it looks a bit boring, we can draw like a little wiggly line like this. Now, I've done a smooth line for that one to show that it's a smooth movement. Maybe if we do the example of a little bumblebee or something like that, we might want to do a dotted line. Like that, because its movement is less smooth. The other example I was going to use was to show a tennis ball. Now you can either use smooth or dashed lines for these, but if you show the path of where something has been, it will give the illusion that it's moving or in the process of moving. So say like with the ball, it's bouncing along the ground, so you can draw a bit of ground if you like, and also a little bit of shadow can help to show that it's currently in the air. The other thing I sometimes do is put some lines around it like that to show that it's moving. Okay, so that's the first simple step to show things are moving, and to show the lines of movement of where it's been. Okay, the other thing we can do on our next sheet of paper is to show more than one line. So for example, if you draw a little bird, I'm using crayon here by the way because it reflects less than using a pencil, but you can use a pencil or whatever you like so that you can see it better. So we're just going to draw a simple bird just to illustrate what I mean by more than one line. So here's his wings. Give him some little stick feet. And rather than just, he's got a big body, isn't he? Rather than just drawing the one line, we can then go in and illustrate flapping by doing several lines. Do the same on the other side. Okay, so that gives the impression that he's actually moving, and also, like I did with the ball, do some little movement lines like this, and that shows then that he's not standing still or in, that he is actually in motion there. Okay, so that's another example of how we can do it. Also, another way, I'm going to draw a little frog on a lily pad here. That's a lily pad. If we draw a funny looking frog, little frog there, and draw his legs. I'm just using stick men just to illustrate the point. You can make a bit more effort with your drawings. The other thing you can do then is think about where he started from and where he's ended up, and draw a line from one leg to the next. So it looks like he's bounced off that lily pad. And maybe do some water, some movement with some simple lines like that. Okay, he's not actually in the water yet, but say if you were going to draw fish or something coming out of the water, like that. You could draw ripples coming out to show smooth line, drawing a dash line, drawing more than one shape and some movement lines around the outside, and also drawing the line of movement in that sort of configuration where you're starting off at the bottom and leaping into the air ready to spring into the water. Okay, the other thing you can do, once you're confident with that, so you've had a bit of a play around, is to start practicing with stick people. A little bit more difficult, but just give it a go, is to look at perhaps someone running. I had quite a lot of fun with this because I was trying to think about all the different things that move and how they move, and I thought, well, we'll have a go with some stick men and give it a try. So let's see if we can show this person running. So this is my stick man here. So this is how I draw my stick man. Now when someone's running, another thing that I think is really important to think about is the position of the person, because obviously if you're running you wouldn't draw a stick man straight up like that, because he looks more like he's walking, doesn't he? So you have to draw him leaning over a little bit, and also the facial expression can make quite a bit of difference as well. So he could be panting. Whew. Lines like that, and perhaps if it's a girl with long hair, you can show the ponytail or the hair in motion as well. Okay, so I was thinking more about showing you the legs here first of all, before I got sidetracked. So there's the arm, and this one down here, and then legs. This leg running right back here. Gone into proportion of drawing a proper stick man. She's got very wonky legs. One from the other, she's got trouble. So we think about the position, we think about the expression, and then we can also draw some lines to show that she's moving like this as well. Okay. So perhaps draw in the ground, so she'd have, if she was running, she'd probably have both feet off the ground. I'll do some little lines like this, and that shows that she's zooming along at a fair pace. The other thing that I thought I'd show you is falling, because that's quite interesting as well, how to draw speed lines and movement lines when they're falling. So a simple example here is an apple. Okay, so if we draw an apple shape, like that. Now if an apple was falling out of the tree, you could sort of suggest that it's going to fall down there and perhaps do a little bit of a shadow. But the lines we actually want to draw with a falling object would maybe be a bit more from the top. Okay? So that suggests it's falling, we've got the shadow there, and then we can also do, I've run out of room on my paper, when something's actually fallen on the floor. So if we could do our apple again after it's landed, we can do marks like this coming out to the side to show that it's actually hit the deck. Okay, and I think as well, if it's a person or an object, or an animal rather, we can also show, perhaps, there's a bird falling out of the tree maybe. Okay, so you could even do this sort of action and perhaps a few little stars. Fun with this week was practicing, because lots of things move, and if you can show them in your drawings, then that's really great. The other thing you can add to pictures, if you're doing more like a comic strip, is you can do like ouch, or you can add words like this, sort of, to make it seem like he's got verbal language then, hasn't he? It's sort of giving it a bit more emphasis as well. And that's kind of the main points I think we do today. So I've done a few examples of things that I've tried, and I'll show those at the end of the video. But have a practice, and if you really like, show me some of your examples. So for now, I'm going to do my stick man, signing out by giving a wave. So that's it for this week, ArtCadets. I hope you've had fun. If you fancy sending me any of your creations and your drawings, then please do, using the email above, and you can comment as well, and please subscribe. Next week we're going to be doing some cartoon drawings of animals, so all you'll need is pencils, pens and felt tips. Join us then. Bye!